Good afternoon, my beautiful sisters. Today is Thursday Day. It is your favourite day of the week. My name is Gareth the Hat. You're watching Vlogalatte. I'm going to try and make this one short because we are going out in 10 or 15 minutes. So I have some notes right here. Claire, it was really good to hear from you on Monday. And I'm sorry that we didn't get to see Sharon on Monday. That was a shame. I hope you are doing well. I know that you have moved all your stuff out of your old house and you've left, and that's crazy. And like I said last week, I can't wait to see your new place. Very exciting, and I hope we hear from you soon about how that's going and whatnot. Claire, congratulations on passing your driving test. I know that when you made your video it was before you were actually went to take it, but you passed because you told us on Facebook, and that's very, very good. Congratulations. My friend passed his driving test yesterday or the day before. I don't remember. I think it was yesterday. I don't remember. But this week my friend passed his driving test as well, which was pretty cool. I am sitting my theory next Thursday, so you can pray for me about that. That would be really cool. Claire, I really appreciated your nice comments about my video. That was really nice. And I also agreed with what you said in your video about how, you know, if you're being led by the Lord, it's kind of difficult to go the wrong way in a sense, but in another sense you can still think that God's telling you to do stuff and He's not. You know, there are exceptions to the rule. It's always that way, but yeah, it's just good to keep praying and talking to Him and stuff, you know. Your internship sounds really fun and exciting, and I am excited for you that you get to do that, because I would love to do that kind of opportunity. I've got an amazing opportunity this summer to, I think next Thursday it is, or Wednesday, I don't remember what day, but there's going to be like a training day next week for Stop the Traffic, which is an organisation that is to do with combating human trafficking, sex trafficking mainly. And I am going to be getting involved in that because of the Commonwealth Games that's coming to Glasgow. I'm sure you guys know all about that because America's clearly part of the Commonwealth. Oh, wait, not really. Anyway, if you don't know what the Commonwealth Games is, it's like the second biggest sporting event apart from the Olympics, and it's everyone who's part of the British Commonwealth. And it's in Glasgow this year, and we are actually going to it. I'm going to see the women's gymnastics final with my family, so that's very exciting. But as some of you might know, during these big massive sporting events there's often a lot of sex trafficking that goes on behind the scenes, and so I'm going to this training day to take part in Stop the Trafficking's kind of outreach, because I think it's a Christian organisation as well. I think they're going to be doing outreaches during the event kind of stuff, so I'm going to be able to do that, which is very, very exciting. I'm very excited about that. Carrie, we met Lindsay in your video yesterday. Hello Lindsay, if you're watching this. Manitou looked really lovely, and I think that's a great name for a town. Manitou. Yeah, and it just looked like a really adorable little place. And I really enjoyed the creepy phantom wind-up monkey part. That was cool and creepy at the same time. And oh my gosh, when you were talking about the tattoos and about how you were saying that, you know, if there was wizarding ones that could move and stuff, wouldn't it be cool if there was like moving tree tattoos or something? That just made me, and like, yeah, and you also said about if the tree like changed in the seasons, and in my mind's eye I just had this picture of like the John Foreman trees transforming as a tattoo, and I thought, wow, that would be the greatest tattoo of all time. Yeah. So, yeah, I've never wanted to get a tattoo in my life, but if I did, I would probably get a John Foreman tree somewhere. And you said that you're going to see the Fault in Our Stars, the Night in Our Stars thing, which I guess is happening tonight. Yeah. Enjoy that. Tiffany's doesn't come out in the UK until the 20th, so that sucks. But the 20th is the last day of my work, so I might go as like a treat sort of thing for myself. I know I said on the Facebook page that I might not be able to go with anyone. Still might be the case. I don't know. I'll need to ask around and see if anyone's actually interested in going to see it with me. I might convince my mom. I don't know. But I might be going on my own. Possibly. Which would suck. But hey. Yeah. Today is awesome because I went to Greenock today and I went to Clydeview and I did React and I got my wee visitor's badge there. React is the thing that I do with Youth for Christ, if you don't know. And I was with David and we were doing that, the React Lunch Club, and then he dropped me off in Greenock and I went to a shop and I bought a Vlogalatte Notebook. Wah! So I'm probably going to like put the Vlogalatte logo on the front of it and things, so I can start this off so that when Carrie gets here it gets passed to her and then it gets passed to the other girls. And then we're gonna aim to fill it up. It doesn't have that many pages in it. It's got about 40 pages. But I thought that, you know, if I got a huge one, we're never gonna fill it up. So I thought it's a nice small enough size. It's light as well. It's got staple bindings. Like I would have liked to buy a really nice one that had a really nice binding and that kind of matched the Vlogalatte logo sort of colour theme and whatnot. But this was the best I could find because it needs to be light if it's going to go in the mail and whatnot. So this was the best one that I could do. But what's also awesome is that when I was in the queue to pay for it, I recognised someone in the queue and I was like, I know that guy. Who is he? And it took me a couple seconds to figure out who he was in my mind. And then I was like, oh my gosh, he's David, who's a missionary in Indonesia. And he's coming to Rock On a couple of times, which is the Youth for Christ Bible study that I'm a leader at. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's David! And then he turned around and he was like, hi! And we had this awesome conversation and he totally was saying, do you know, you should come sometime to Indonesia with me. And I was like, okay! So, yeah. That might happen in the future, which would be hell of a lot of exciting. And Kat, I will see you tomorrow.